A very good morning to you and to yours this very morning. Welcome to the show. This is Morning Crossfire right here on Nigeria Info. I'm Femi D. Amelin. How are you today? Hope everyone slept good and we're ready for a very good day.
Live on 95.1 with Femi D Live, Nigeria Info, Abuja. Let's talk.
On 95.1 Nigeria Info.
It's time to check in with the headlines for today, as we have them for today being the ninth day now in the month of November 2023. Hope everything is fine in your end of town. As always, we like to review at least 5 papers, as much of them as we can, and surely enough get your views in a way that is conversational, passionate, and trustworthy. So get ready to let your views out with regards to some of the things you're thinking about some of these headlines. The headlines I'm about to read out for you are stories that have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info are only informing you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Today's the 9th day of November 2023. Let's start off with the Guardian. Nigeria, UK move against aviation security threats and reckless use of drones. I don't want to fight Ngonu, Joshua tells promoter. Terrorists kill 5, abduct 5, injure 2 in Katsina. Custom intercepts 13 trucks of rice and other smuggled items in October. Inflation, forex exchange, many tariffs compound Nigeria's trade woes. Federal government probes extension of disco licenses, forwards power privatization. Unionists, protection and gaps in ILO conventions. Nigeria's colleges of education and 21st century demands. Knox as Tinubu signs 2.1 trillion naira supplementary budget. Experts offer path of economic woes now. Government canvasses protection of citizens against cybercrime. ASU, federal government showdown looms over 40% revenue deduction from varsities. Of circle polls, Kuka task INEC on transparency as candidates sign peace accord. NCC underscores role of ICT in fighting financial crimes. These are just some of the stories. Former Chelsea owner Abramovich offered to help rescue my dad. All right, well, that's some story there. Osimhen Chukwueze doubtful as Super Eagles eye Arsenal's goalkeeper. Coach begs Cross River to honor pledge to 2013 Golden Eaglet. All right, well, these are big stories here and there as you have it in The Guardian, including Benin Republic not contesting Togeji Island with Nigeria, says Abiodun, who's the Ogun State governor. New agro investment vehicle to inject $2 billion in Nigeria and other African countries. All right. Federal government opens e-passport offices in Italy, Spain, and others. Okay. Let me move on now and take a look at stories from The Sun for today. Do you remember we're streaming on Facebook and on YouTube? So if you're on those platforms right now, we're excited to have you on. Make your comments and also read what other people are writing on those 2 platforms as we speak. Now to The Sun newspaper for today. I am shocked by what Buhari aides say about him, Bishop Kuka. Security experts advises Enugu youths against violence. PDP must address issues that caused Obi's departure. Failure at polls, says Body George. Tinubu signs 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget into law. Reps begin review of 2024-2026 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy. Governor Uzodinma said to garner 68% of total votes according to survey. Southeast leaders drum support for Uzodinma. Edo Guber now. Number of key aspirants dropped to 12. NPC pleads for peaceful poll in Bayelsa as candidates sign peace accord. APC consolidating emerging as malfunction and despotic organization. That's such a mouthful there. All right, and then of interest as well, AFDB's AIF generated 143 billion US dollars investment interest in 5 years, says Adeshino. Nigeria announces introduction of new crude oil grade. TGI Group launches YPP to nurture emerging talents. All right there. And still want to read more from The Sun? You will take a look at some headlines, including the ones they have under their features. And Abuja Metro, where SDG, government to lift 50 million Nigerians out of poverty in 42 months, 133 million by 2030. That's some story there as well in The Sun. Moving away from The Sun now to Vanguard. Bail. Ex-CBN Governor Emefiele arrives home after 151 days in detention. Old, new Naira notes remain legal tender, says CBN. Exchange rate. NECA. Experts disagree on federal government's target. Senate to probe purchase of 5 billion Naira presidential yacht. And then of interest as well, Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi polls, go and vote. Atigoji's PDP members. G7, 600 billion US dollars Trans-African Railway. Deportation, 140, oh wait, I beg to say, 14,000 Nigerians lack identification cards, German Chancellor. Rift among Northern Elders, Army Region, says NEF, that's Northern Elders Forum. Senate to probe purchase of 5 billion Naira yacht. IGP Egbetokun engages Kogi stakeholders ahead of Cuba election. Imo, insecurity, killing businesses. PDP candidate Ayam of circular elections. Don't complain of insufficient funds for poll. Kuka. Kuka tells who now? Well, it looks like he's addressing the electoral body there. Yaya Bello, a poor representation for Nigerian youth, says Bishop Kuka. Ex-CBN Governor Emefiele in court on bail request. Okay, there are updates on that. Appeal Court affirms the longer senator for Plateau South. Discovered mass grave site in Anambra marked for forensic investigation. We paid bandits 250 million naira ransom on 121 kidnapped Baptist students, says Khan. Both mishap claims 4 lives in Nasarawa State. Bauchi native doctor kills man in failed bulletproof charm trial. Plateau killings, suspects nabbed in Lagos. All right, well, these are stories here and there of interest as well this very morning as you have them in Vanguard. And now to Punch newspaper now. Federal government, Ogun, Dangote constructing Shagamu, Papalanto Ilaro Road, says Abiodun. Afenifere insists on state police and true federalism. Spend 150 million US dollars Abacha loot on Niger Delta. Activist tells Tinubu. Probe begins as OAU lecturer punches student. 1 trillion naira lost annually to poor maritime infrastructure. Others says ship owners. Old bank notes remain legal tender, says CBN. UK police probe suicide of British-born Nigerian. Tinubu stops electricity tariff hike, insists on subsidy. 51 billion US dollars foreign debt. Federal government rules dwindling revenue. Reps condemn needless loans and contracts. Before Tinubu's 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget of season polls, electronic coalition illegal, says INEC. Police one NLC. Kwara firefighters recover cups of female teenager from well. Court jails couple 2 years for drug trafficking. Court remands ex-Rivers LG boss for alleged courtesan. Ogun police nab maths teacher over alleged rape. 50 million naira fraud, police parade 2 suspects. And then, how my colleague assaulted me, immigration officer alleges. And then you'd also want to hear about mother of 9 commits suicide in Delta State. 1 trillion naira lost annually to poor maritime infrastructure. Unions oppose plans to revisit ports and harbour bill. Spain seeks partnership with Nigeria on maritime security. Now, following through with the nation, Senate House agreement raises student loan to 10 billion. NLC strike fails to hold in Imo. Power Minister threatens Discos and Gencos with license revocation. NLC strike fails to hold in Imo. Survey projects Uzodima's victory with 68%. Mefele out of custody after securing bail. Shetima urges vote for Silva to end youth unemployment in Bayelsa. Government expenditure increasing but revenue dwindling, says AGF. NDA to honor lecturer for returning 1.1 million naira. Japanese firm supports farmers with modern agric practices. Other stories, you'd find ICO, NEM, Dangote Group, others shine at Almond Awards. All right, well, these are the biggest set of stories as we would find there and there across the 5 papers for today that we've reviewed. Do remember the stories that have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers, and we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them for today.
This is Morning Crossfire.
From the UEFA Champions League last night, Real Madrid 3, Braga 0, Arsenal 2, Sevilla 0, RB Salzburg 0, Inter Milan 1, Copenhagen 4, Manchester United 3, Bayern 2, Galatasaray 1, PSV 1, Lens 1. All right, do remember the stories that have been published under the editorial guide of various publishers. And we on Nigeria Info have only informed you of the headlines as we have them. Now, we're ready to listen to you, to take on your calls. We ask of you to follow through with our own editorial guide by ensuring your calls are devoid of hateful speech, lies, fake news, and abuses. We ask of you to be truthful and factual as you share with us on Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire. Watch your #1 talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info. Every day of the week, Mondays to Friday on YouTube to catch up with the Morning
views
Crossfire.
and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
All right, there. The lines are open on 0700-951-0000, okay? 0700-951-0000. You can also join in on 08095974869. That's 08095974869. And on WhatsApp, 080-999-301-37. Let's take all your calls. Good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Femi D. Amalia. How are you? How Amalia?
She's very well. Thanks for asking.
Thank you. I greet Malan Haruna from Cuba, Salasi, and all listeners. My name is Abakar calling you from Gwagwalada.
All right, then.
Mr. Femi D, is tragic tragic, I'm sorry, and yet hilarious. A bulletproof trial in which state?
Oh, I can't even remember the state now, but it failed, right?
Was it Bauchi?
No, I have to check. I
cannot accept a bulletproof trial and you tied it to me and you demonstrated on myself. It will be on live cock or live talk, but not on human. It's a trial. What about when it fails? That is how the man lost his precious life. It's unfortunate. Thank you.
All right, thank you for your view. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Femi.
Good morning, sir.
This is Aki.
Welcome, sir.
I think for those who want to do bulletproof local sham trial,
Bauchi State.
when that thing happens, the person that is in it should collect the gun from the herbalist and use the herbalist as a 30 gun. I think it was a mistake for that guy to have accepted for the herbalist to shoot him. So he's supposed to have collected, since the man has done the charm, no much about it. So he should collect the gun and shoot the herbalist.
Yeah, but what if the herbalist has said terms and conditions apply?
You know it's fake, like,
I'm not sorry. I'm just saying. And there are people who come and testify that no, Baba Sabi walk.
It's just like the case of people that are do ritual juju, that when you kill somebody you make money. That same person is poor, the children is poor. I want to make you rich. Doesn't make sense to anybody. But just killing yourself for nothing in Nigeria. Good morning and God bless Nigeria.
Good morning, Okwaki. Thanks for your call. Desperation suspends logic most times. Okay, good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Femi.
Yes, good morning to you.
How was your night?
Very well. Thanks for asking.
God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria from.
Yes, sir.
I speak to my elder brother Selassie and Abaka from Mogalada and the Momizi and the Tara from Mogalada. Court to release former Sudan governor yesterday, Gwadua Meshele. That's a nice one. I should always say it in this platform. Any Senate doesn't affect anybody. His order from his boss, Muhammadu Buhari, that he gives order to change the Nigerian currency. So anybody when they cause anything, the court should charge the person because it's not your fault. And advise Mr. Tinubu, he should as he arrests the FLA, he do the same thing with Mahmoud Yakubu, that collect money from the Nigerians and tell them that you do free and fair election, and they fail.
From Nigerian government. Okay, collecting money from Nigerian government.
Mahmoud Yakubu, I put the judge to the airship. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Mwanzo John Lassese from Jigo in Buhari says he's watching from Buhari. He says all evil politicians in Kogi should not set our state on fire because of their selfish interests. Clement Dakob says, good morning, good job, sir. Comrade Daniels from Kurudu says, Femdi, good morning, keep up the good work. Monday Ugu says, good morning, Doc. Clement Dakob says, Femdi, we are tired of hearing the same story every day. Nothing is happening. Obia Anuju Ruth says, good morning, Oga Femdi. Welcome to the ex-CBN governor. Oza Francis from Enugu State says, good morning, Femdi. Keep up the good work. Dr. Mrs. Olebara from Ori says, on Nigeria and Imo government, Buaha, pray for us in Imo State as the sufferers have gone beyond cry. My beloved people, for a whole week now, we have been short out of power. Nothing moves with high cost of fuel. Where do we go from here? Federal government demanding 40% RGR from universities. She writes, from universities, this is unacceptable. What do we do? What do we want to achieve with this move? Instead of giving us subventions, they want to ground our educational system. Let's resist this. Okay, let's also resist this move. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Femi.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling you from Tungawaji.
Welcome, brother.
Yeah. About the NLC...
Oh, I didn't get to know your name, please. Your name, please.
Elijah from Tungawaji.
All right, Elijah.
Yeah. About the NLC protest in Imo State. I think the NLC president has lost their strength, their power, because they have involved themselves in politics already. So that is the reason. That's the reason why they should go back to to go back and rebuild themselves so that everything will come back to normal.
All right. Interesting view.
Get the trust of Nigerians back. Thank you.
Thank you. Grateful to you. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not too sure I can take on this. Not hearing what is being said on that line on WhatsApp. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dr. Femi.
Welcome. How are you today? Very well. Oh, your name again, please.
Ambassador.
Ambassador. I didn't recognize you. You are come.
Yes, please, I want to get the result of your club.
You want to get the what?
The result of your club.
No, Manchester City. We played yesterday now.
Are you a Manchester City fan?
Man City and Barcelona. I'm a Man City and Barcelona fan. Barcelona lost yesterday 1-0.
When did you bought your application?
Say this man, because they've not announced my chairmanship of the club.
What was defeated last time? 4-3.
Your network is not good. Come and be going. Leave me. Good morning to you. My club was not repeated last night. I actually vibe for Man City and Barcelona. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Femi. How are you?
Very well.
I like it on a humorous note. So you're a football fan, eh?
I like football. I started as a football journalist, to be candid. I mean, as a sports journalist, to be candid.
Yeah, I think I remember you those days.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Momo from Lugbe. I want to talk about the governorship election coming up this Saturday. I don't know why. Is it because of lack of employment, lack of what to do that it has become a war now to contest election in Nigeria? Bello from Kogi State is my brother, but I do not like what is happening in Kogi. That state was united before he came, and it's just like Matthew Skuka said, it's a bad example. We are talking of youth leadership. This is the first youth tried at that level, and it has become a colossal failure. Please, we need to be in peace with our brothers, our Okun brothers, our Igala brothers, and all of us. We need to be at peace with one another. And all that has been happening in that state, let the government put an eye, because Bello is not the one contesting.
Okay, sir.
He brought somebody, and he's the one campaigning. We need
I need to go on the break now, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. All right, stay with us. Bayelsa is not as peaceful as we thought. Well, they talk about harms there. Stay with me. I'll be back.
You explain.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amede. Join the biggest conversation around the national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
This is Nigeria Info.